Meteorologist Matthew East here. This is the Friday, June 25th edition of the Carolina Weather Video here. Doing this video a little bit later than normal, cutting this roughly at 9:30 in the morning here on this Friday morning. Hot conditions continuing through the weekend, but a big-time pattern change coming next week, and I think it'll be a welcome pattern change for most of us around here. I'll get into that, plus we'll talk about the tropics and what's happening down in the Caribbean Sea. All right, let's take a look at the radar. Pretty quiet across the southeast this morning. A couple showers and storms there anywhere from, say, around Columbus, Mississippi, over toward Coleman, Alabama. Aside from that, not a whole lot happening at the current time. Still a heat advisory in effect for the coastal plain there of North and South Carolina down into eastern Georgia. Also around the Mississippi Valley, the Delta region there in western Mississippi, and then up to around Memphis and also eastern Oklahoma. Not quite as many counties included in the Carolinas today in the heat advisory as yesterday, but it's still a pretty hot day. We're still looking here. This is the upper air chart today off the GFS. Main storm track still well off to our north. Just a stagnant pattern all across the southeast. But watch what happens as we get deeper on into next week. This is Thursday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. A big time trough tapping air really from northern Canada all the way down into the eastern part of the country. That's going to mean a lot less humidity and a lot lower temperatures around our neck of the woods for the second half of next week. All right, today there will be a few showers and storms around the region. I think the greatest coverage of those showers and storms will be the farther south and east you go. It's going to be hot, a lot of low to mid-90s for highs, mid-90s tomorrow on our Saturday. Again, a few showers and storms, greater chances being the farther south and east you go. A lot of it's probably dry and hot Sunday, mid to upper 90s on Sunday. But Monday is the day that things begin to change. Pretty strong cold front approaches. Looks like good shower and thunderstorm chances on Monday. And those could linger into Tuesday, depending on how quickly that front moves. But I think we're in great shape then. This is Wednesday, and this is Thursday. And that is a Canadian area of high pressure building down over the Midwest, the Great Lakes region as we get into Thursday. And I think we're going to be lining up looking at temperatures 80s for highs, low 60s for lows toward the end of next week, maybe even some upper 50s in a few spots for lows by the end of next week. Wouldn't be surprised to see that at all. And much lower levels of humidity. So in short, it should feel very, very nice as we get toward the end of next week. A welcome change, a welcome break from all this heat. All right, let's take a peek at the tropics. And again, I'm cutting this video during the 9 o'clock hour on Friday morning. Still not a classified system at that point in time, but the NHC has that in a high probability of becoming a tropical depression within the next 48 hours. There's the broad satellite imagery, and this is the area we're focusing on right here, this part pretty close to the Central American coast. Movement generally in that direction, closer up in a visible inspection this morning. Nothing at all terribly organized, and there'll be a Hurricane Hunter plane into this area later today to investigate what's going on. If it can keep some distance away from land, it has a decent chance of becoming a depression before it moves into the Yucatan Peninsula this weekend. There's not a lot of shear. Remember, our system that we're talking about is right here. There's a little bit of shear, but not much. Not a whole lot to really infringe upon some slow development. And where is this headed? There's the spaghetti plot for today, and almost unanimous agreement that this is going to head across the Yucatan Peninsula. But from there, the model solutions really spread, and this will probably be a deal where the stronger the system is, the more east it'll wind up heading. The weaker it is, the farther west it'll go. The stronger it is, the more deep of a system it'll be, the more influence that big trough swinging in will have on it. So if it winds up stronger, it could wind up something like this. If it stays weaker, it'll probably head to Texas or Mexico. So we'll see. A lot of variables. That's just some of my preliminary ideas. But if you have interest anywhere from the Florida Panhandle on through Mexico, need to pay attention to this as we go through the weekend, as we could very well have a system in the Gulf of Mexico early next week. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Stay cool this weekend. Have a great weekend, and God bless.